So express 56 as a product of its prime factors. Right, so what this question wants us to do is to write out a multiplication just using prime numbers, right, which obviously means you need to know your prime numbers. For the purposes of GCSE exams, if you can recognize the first 10, 11 prime numbers, you're usually good to go. Right, so a quick way to do this, I'll show you this trick quickly if you don't recognize your prime numbers, is to write the first 5 multiples of 6. Right, so if we go on the 6 times table, so you've got 6, and then 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, right? And what we need to do is, I'm drawing a caterpillar, so we're going to call this the body of a caterpillar. And if we do this, right, so I'm going to give the caterpillar legs. Right, so, and it needs antennas as well. So on the legs, on the right hand side, I am going to add 1 to the body of the caterpillar. So add 1 to 6 is 7. Add 1 to that is 13. Add 1. Actually, I'm going to move all of this in a little bit. Right. If we add 1 to 18 is 19, 25, and 31. So basically, if we're going this way, we're adding 1 to the body. Now to the left, we're taking away 1 from the body. So on my left-hand side, I'm going to have 6 take away 1 is 5, 12 take away 1 is 11, 18 take away 1 is 17, 24 take away 1 is 23, 30 take away 1 is 29. And for my antennas, I'm going to think about what I multiplied together to get 6. So I'm going 2 times 3. There's no point having 1 times 6 because we already have 6. Right, now, with the exception of 25, anything in green is a prime number. So looking at, if we're going in order, so we've got 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, and 31. So those are, if you know these prime numbers, you're usually good to go with this type of question. Right, so typically how people approach this question is by drawing a factor tree. So, and this is what a factor tree looks like. So we're going to start with 56 right at the top with a factor tree. And the factor tree would have 2 branches. Right, so on the 56. So we need 2 numbers that would multiply to give 56. So I can see that 56 is an even number, so I'm just going to half it. Right, so 2 times what is 56? Right, if you're not sure, you can partition this. So 50 and 6, and I know half of 50 is 25, and half of 6 is 3. So half of 56 then will be 28. Right, so I know 2 times 28 is 56. Right, now if we look here, you can see that 2 is a prime, so I'm going to circle it. So circle 2. Right, you cannot draw branches under prime numbers, so that branch ends there. However, 28 is not a prime number, so we can draw 2 branches under 28. And again, I can see 28 is an even number, so I'm just going to half it again. Now, if you had a number like 27, that's not even, I will obviously divide it with a number that goes into 27. So something like 3 or 9, right? But because 28 is even, I can half it. So I'm going to half 28. If you don't know what half of 28 is, you can partition again, 20 and 8. Half of 20 is 10, half of 8 is 4. So half of 28 will be 14. Right, so we got 14 here. And I am going to circle my 2 because it's a prime number. We can see it in the list over here. Right? 14 is obviously not prime because I'm looking at my list over here. You can see we've got 11 and the 13 and the 17. So 14 is not a prime number. So I'm going to draw 2 branches under 14, which again is an even number. So I know to make 14, we've got 2 times 7. Now from our list, we can see 2 and 7 are primes, so I can circle both of them, which means this factor tree is complete. Now, if you stop here, you only get 1 mark. This is a 2-mark question. The question specifically says we need to write it as a product of its prime factors. So if you do this, you also get just 1 mark. Right, so this will give you 1 mark here. To get the full marks, we need to bring product into play. And product in maths means multiplication. Yeah, it implies we need to see a multiplication sign. So what you need to write to get full marks here is 56 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. Right, if you want to be fancy, you can write this in index form. 2 to the power of 3, right, because we've got 2 multiplying this there. 2, 2, 2, that's your 2 to the power of 3, and times 7. Right, if you want to do a quick check to see that you've done this properly, just multiply it back out. So if we've got 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 7 is 56. So then you know that you've done this correctly. So do your checks. It'll take you a minute, but it'll help you in the long run. If you found this video useful, then you should watch this one next. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.